guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review. And yeah, I didn't actually do any recording yesterday, but I did drink some beer, a couple of Guinness and a St. Peter's, which would have been either honey porter or winter ale. Can't remember. But anyway, that's not why you're tuning in. You're wondering what beer we are drinking today. Well, it is from the Southwest box set from Beer 52, and it's from this brewery, Lost and Grounded, who are over in Bristol, or very near Bristol. There's a picture down there about their tap room, and there's quite an interesting thing about this guy here. Alex is his name, because he used to be the head brewer at Little Creatures in Australia, and obviously decided to come to the UK. Was one of the founding members of Lost and Grounded, which is quite interesting. And this beer is interesting too, because the beer we are doing today, Midnight in Paris, is, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a black lager. And if you look at the tasting notes, it says, as dark as the midnight sky, this black lager inspired by traditional German Schwarzbier. And the reason why is it's got special B. I think that gives it that kind of real kind of roasty, just ridiculous kind of flavour, but we will find that in a minute. Dark bitter chocolate and coffee, spicy herbal hop characteristics, paired with a clean profile. Excellent. It's got a bit of malty, and it's got a bitterness, and it's got some hoppiness to it. So this is going to be an interesting beer, definitely. And I live in the southeast, and you cannot get more far south and more far east, because I'm literally sticking out into the sea. But that picture looks very much like a beer, looks like a beach. That's walking distance. It's under a mile from my house, except these cliffs would be white because instead of the Jurassic kind of coast, it's the white cliffs of Dover and kind of the white cliffs of Kent, really. And you could say Normandy on the other side of the channel and that kind of stuff. So there she is, Midnight in Paris. And if you look, it will focus, I don't know. Hopefully it will focus, Lost and Grounded, but we do have a picture of the Eiffel Tower. Isn't that cool? So I'm not sure exactly what the French influence to a German lager, essentially, brewed in Bristol is. But hey, it takes all sorts, as we rightly know. There we go. Lost and Grounded Breweries, Whitby Road, Bristol, BS4. So just outside Bristol, and it is 4.8%. Used by date is November, so we're well inside that. But I have had this chilling in the fridge for, I put it in there yesterday afternoon. So my God, I've still got this cough. Getting a bit worried, but a lot of people are saying that they've got these coughs that are going on for ages and ages. So I guess that's what I've got. Glad. Very glad it's not COVID again. So I had that once and it was awful. We have a nice tulip glass, and I should have no fear because this glass can hold almost 500. It can definitely hold a 440 can, so it should not be afraid at all of the mini cans, even if it was an American or an Australian can. Let's do one of these midnight. Oh, get that finger out of the way. Not that finger. Not that finger. That finger. There we go. Cheesy grin. Something weird like that. Got a few to choose from today. Cool. So look at that. That, if you didn't know, you would probably say, "Oh, that's a porter or a stout." But look at the bubbles. It tends to be a bit of a giveaway. Focus on the bubbles. Well, it's not going to. There we go. Look how big those bubbles. They're definitely carbonation bubbles. They will probably not hang around, but you never know. But look at that. Jet black, and it's a lager. Interesting. And the special B, or what's the other one? The Rausch malt. Make it smoky. Schwarzbier. Getting a little bit of roastiness on the nose, but not much. But I'm not surprised because this is a lager, not a bitter. There is no sense of hops in there in the nose, no sense of sweetness, just the hint of some roastiness going on there. And it was a bit coffee roasted. It wasn't like a smoky roasted. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, and we're only halfway through, why not click like, subscribe, and all that kind of jazz down below, keeping the elder gods of YouTube very happy with me. It is only January, so loads of thumbs up would be much appreciated. It's only a click for you, but it really does mean a lot to me, so please do if you like this video. Cheers and beers, let's get into it. Very clean, very crisp up front. It goes down, and it's only until you swallow that you get that hint of roastiness. And it is a little bit like a porter or an alt beer or something. It's quite roasty, but it's quite sweet as well. Then the second thing that hits you is a bit of a wash of kind of bitterness that's going to come from the hops. So definitely malt forward, so malt first, then some bitterness. Then you get a little bit of hop taste, but not much. And it doesn't say what hops they use, so it's going to be a generic hop. Dare I say a British hop like Goldings or perhaps Fuggles or something along those lines, which would also, yeah, it would also kind of match up with a nice sort of level of bitterness, kind of a bit like a traditional kind of ale, apart from obviously the roastiness first, which you don't get with the ales usually. Then there's a quite nice finish. It's quite a nice smooth finish. So lager wise, this is more along the lines of a sort of bohemian sweeter lager than a really super dry one. Schwarzbier. Don't know if it's really roasty enough for that. It's obviously black. It's a black lager, which is unusual, but not unheard of. I've had a few of these. Let's go in for more, see if we get some more taste. Yeah, super smooth, roast, then the bitterness, which kind of clears, the bitterness kind of clears your mouth. Then you get that hops and that hoppiness, but it's really smooth. Doesn't have any extra sort of adjuncts in there, so this is all coming from the malt bill. So no oats in here, no wheat, that kind of thing. I mean, it's lovely and clean, but it's kind of in the middle ground. It's not really like a lager. It is a lager, obviously, because it's been lagered. I hope it has anyway. But the taste and the flavour would not say lager to you at all. And it's not got that kind of heaviness of an ale. Although Guinness itself, which is a dry stout, but that's quite light as well, not sort of chewy and So yeah, perhaps akin to a sweet kind of a sweeter, a bohemian style Guinness. Very weird to say, but yeah, I'm liking this. I'm looking out for something outstandingly amazing, and the one selling point of this beer, and there isn't one. So it is just a really lovely, crisp, sweet or sweetish. It's not super sweet, but sweeter, like a like a Bohemian Pilsner kind of thing, but with a roastiness too. That is really nice. And look, we've even got a good example with a lager. Initial mark, second sip, third sip, done. That is a sign of good quality in my book, having the lovely tide lines. If you can find this beer, I would definitely have a look for it and definitely try it out. Midnight in Paris, black lager by Lost and Grounded, over there in Bristol. This is definitely a good beer. I'm going to say, I think this one's sort of almost a 4 out of 5. Definitely a 3.75. Yeah, let's go 4 out of 5 for this one. Really, really nice. Just not unbelievably amazing in any particular area, but I would be really, really happy drinking that again. Fantastic beer. This has been Uncle Jonah lazing around on a Sunday, so you don't have to. I will be back tomorrow, no doubt, with more beer reviews. And guys, why not put your feet up, crack yourself open a beer, whether it's a supermarket Sunday or whether it's a craft brew Sunday, doesn't really matter. Just make sure you enjoy your beer and have a think about life and the meaning of everything.